It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies, in theater streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors, beware as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
Hey, Jim.
Wow.
And also we got the Merman.
Yo.
Hey there, Merman. How you doing?
You guys have brought the energy tonight, I tell you.
I am so tired, but I'm here.
You're the youngin', so you should have lots of energy.
These blueberries are tart.
I like them.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Tart blueberries are okay with me, Jim.
Yeah.
Tart anything is actually okay with me.
I'm okay with tart.
Tart's
These are a
good.
little too tart, these blueberries.
You stop talking about berries, please.
Oh.
All right. So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Well, thanks to all been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform, or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/filmrageyyc. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible film if it played anywhere in the cinemas in the world. Now, let's get to raging. What the amazing mom predict? What the amazing mom
Predict?
Joe, will he predict Armando? Will he tell us all what Jim and Bryce saw?
Movies?
Here he comes now, better watch out, kids, cause Merman is swimming too. Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim all the way to our hearts, our rageful hearts.
All right. Well, once again, you guys saw a bunch of movies.
We
Probably,
did.
Probably why you're so tired.
We saw 6, to be exact.
Yes.
You saw 6.
One that I wanted to see, which is apparently
Didn't
a
I
secret.
see 5?
We saw 6. We're just only
We're
talking
talking
about
about
5.
Oh, yeah, we saw 6.
But the special one I really wanted to see, and then you guys saw it without me. So
I'll watch it again
whatever.
with you. Hopefully it comes out in Screen X.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hopefully everything comes out in Screen X.
Oh, just you wait till next week.
All
kids.
I want is Screen X.
First one up is Novocaine, which, stars Dennis Quaid's kid.
Yep.
Again.
Randy Quaid's nephew.
Seems to be everywhere these days.
Does he?
I don't know. I'm still not that impressed with him, so I didn't want to see it.
Oh, he was just in
And
that companion movie.
he's like, it's a superhero movie, but it's not a superhero movie
else was he in?
because he's not really a hero. He
in
just
The
doesn't
Boys.
feel pain. I'm like, whatever.
The Boys.
He doesn't have any fighting skills. He's not, good with a gun. He just can't feel pain. So I thought, what's the point of seeing it?
What's The Boys?
But I could see you guys would maybe like that. So let's go. Bryce gave it a meh. Jim might have got it to a mono because it seemed like there's a lot of comedy and action in it.
Wowzers.
Then we have Black Bag, which I did see.
You saw Black Bag.
I did see it. And
So you had the choice between all these movies, and Black Bag's the one you chose?
Yes, because it was playing on a local cinema. Although I was not happy to have to pay the extra $4 for the AVX. I was hoping to see it in a regular screen.
Why would they put Black Bag in AVX?
Beats the hell out of me. It was in one of the big theaters.
There's no big action sequences.
I know.
It's a Soderbergh talkie-talkie.
I was hoping to see it in one of the theaters.
Yeah, it's that's like putting My Dinner with Andre.
Yeah, it's like what?
Or put My Dinner with Andre in IMAX.
Why are we gouging the public?
Yeah, no, he gouged me for.
This was my rage one week, and it continues to be because movies that are in that big screen, like on those special screens, should warrant being on those specials. But
you know what?
Even on Cheap Tuesday, it was like cost me $4 extra, and with the drink that I got, it was still $20.
Ridiculous.
In the middle of the afternoon, like
It's ridiculous.
I know you guys aren't really fond of the whole spy genre.
Unless they're good spies.
Unless they're good, so as long as it's not like Mission Impossible, yeah.
If it is Mission Impossible,
unfortunately,
yes.
it was not Mission Impossible.
Thank God it wasn't Mission Impossible.
Or it doesn't have Pierce Brosnan in it. Oh wait,
everything's. If
every
it's a spy movie, it's got Pierce Brosnan in it.
Pierce Brosnan in it to be a spy movie.
kind of rule now.
That's the rule. I think maybe Jim might have raged about it.
Okay.
Really?
And Bryce might have got it to a man.
Wowzers.
Wowzer.
And you saw this one.
I saw this one. This is going with my educated guess.
Interesting.
Next up is Opus, which I had never heard of.
I
But
had.
then I watched the trailer.
I did too.
And it's from A24. There's
It
some kind of
is.
creepy cult.
Yes.
John Malkovich plays
Yes.
a pop singer or something. It has
Does.
Or something.
Juliette Lewis in it. So, yeah.
My only female creep crush.
How can it help but be a double mondo?
All right.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Looney Tunes.
Hey, who
I
doesn't?
think
If
everybody does.
I grew up in Looney
Except
Tunes.
stupid
I didn't
people.
give two craps about anything Disney related, but I love my Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You're here.
You like Bugs in a dress.
Like
Who
the
doesn't?
Bugs and Daffy showing his ass. Like that was all
Sexy
comedy
Bugs?
gold.
Yeah.
I didn't see Porky Pig though, but maybe he was there somewhere. But
By the way, Daffy does show his behind in this
in the
movie as
trailer.
well.
He
And
showed
some
us
Oh, is it in the trailer?
And,
trailer.
and spankering
It's like,
in
Daffy, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. And it's like his ass is hanging out. Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that was in the trailer. Never watched the trailer.
It's a cartoon, but it's a classic cartoon. So Jim loves his cartoons.
It's
So
cartoons. Claim.
let's go Mondo. I think maybe Bryce might have only given it a meh.
Alrighty.
The Way, My Way, which sounds like a religious conversion film, but actually wasn't.
Not at all. No.
It's got
I'm
old.
surprised at the lack of religion.
It's got old people
I
in it.
know.
It's an old guy,
There's morality.
and as Bryce is fond of, there's lots of walking in this
There's
one.
a-
There's a
there's a-
ton of walking.
There's a
in this
poop
one.
ton of walking.
There's nothing but walking in
it's
this.
so much
And
walking.
apparently, it's an old guy who stays at hostels and
I
has
do-
all kinds of bodily functions.
I
and-
do like walking.
Yep. And bodily functions. You like those
Yeah, and it's inspirational based on a best-selling book or memoir or something, and it's kind of sporty.
Yeah.
I think Bryce might have mondoed that. Jim, because it has something to do with sports, probably gave it a meh.
Not really to do with sports.
Well,
I don't know.
He's walking. It's a
Competitive
sport.
walking's a sport.
yeah,
a
but they're
sport.
not competitive. Although he actually does kind of
He is
competitive walking.
he is
He's very
competitive.
he's very
And it's
competitive.
inspirational, which is what most sports movies are. So, yeah,
it's-
man.
It was an interesting movie. That's all I'll say about it. at this
Well, it
point.
was Australian, so you know what those people are like.
Yeah, they're
I
inspirational.
do. I had an uncle that was an Australian.
I have a lot of friends that are from Australia.
All right, fire away.
I think they're,
Although I don't even know if they're married anymore. Maybe I don't have an uncle anymore.
You know what?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Always your
Let's.
I know they still kind of live on the same property, but I think.
Could you call them? Could we call them right from the podcast?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Can we fly to Australia? Visit 'em?
listeners, we'll update you on the status of Bryce's uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, so our first one we're going to talk about is Novocaine. So, a rom-com dressed up as a heist action adventure film. I'm not going to lie that these days, these new mashups are making me appreciate rom-coms a little more. Like, how many freaking rom-coms have we seen mashed up with another genre that they're never usually mashed up against?
Yeah, no, I mean, the fact of the matter is, Jim, that no matter how much you hate a genre, if it's done as well as it can be done, it's still going to be good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I mean, as long as they do not follow the usual rom-com format, which we all know what that is, which this doesn't, well, maybe not the rom-com model, but they kind of follow the formula of a heist action film a little. Also, I am slowly becoming a bit of a fan of Randy Quaid's nephew, I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I like him.
God.
I like him. The concept of Jack's character, Jack Quaid, by the way, is that he's not able to feel anything. And it's not really new. I mean, we got Kick-Ass from a few years ago. Quaid, though, has this charm about him as he is getting the snot literally beaten out of him for almost 2 solid hours. The funny parts about his ability is that doesn't feel things. They hit most of the time and build up for the rom part in the rom-com. The action side of the film was typically formula. And let's face it, in reality, there is no possible way this guy would have survived with the lack of blood that he would have had in his body from the amount
pain or
of
not,
times.
he's still losing blood.
Yeah. But seeing him slowly become a superhero when he has no fighting skills whatsoever also probably would never happen, but it was kind of okay that because he got beaten so bad and the convenience happenstance that happened to save him were actually funny every time it kind of happened. So I just kind of checked my mind at the door and went along for the ride. What's this say, though? I had found another rom-com movie, and I didn't hate it. It was meh.
Yeah, Novocaine. So Nate can't feel pain due to genetic disorder, which, sounds like a making of a badass superhero, right?
Right.
But then we kind of learn that every few hours he has an alarm set so his bladder won't burst.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. You can't feel things.
And all of a sudden the romance is gone. It's like... So this was a lot of fun. There was, on the rom-com side, there really was a lack of chemistry between him and Sherry. It was kind of an odd, like, why does she really dig this guy?
Yeah.
Why is she...
Because he's really good at sex, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So that kind of, I don't want to send out too many spoilers, so I'm not going to go into exactly what, who she is and whatnot. But it's, I didn't really buy that part. But watching him was just fun. And
he's got character.
And the body horror in this movie
is so good.
Is so good. I mean,
the arm
break, when he breaks his thumb backwards in order to get out of the handcuffs.
Yep.
The stabby with the bone.
Like they break his armory and there's a bone literally sticking out, and he kills somebody with that bone.
Sounds gross.
It was so well done. It was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed this so much. It was meh.
Yeah, it was the level of absurdity in this, because there's no possible way
you
that
absolutely
he's
have to.
through this.
Yeah, you have to check your brain at the door. There's no question of that. But that's okay. There's movies where I can do that when they're not taking it seriously at all either, and it's not. This movie knows what it is, and it does it as well as you can almost. It doesn't quite get it to Mondo, but boy, it was a good time.
It was a good time. I would suggest people see this. And if you can see it in cinema, even better, because seeing this on the big screen, I took my wife to it.
You can't see it in Screen X.
Yeah, that's one thing that we were missing is Screen X.
I'm sure it was an AVX somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It was probably...
I saw it in Laser Ultra.
Same
Close
thing.
enough.
Same
which
thing.
was kind of cool, because, some of those...
Actually, didn't we see this together?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Didn't we?
Oh, did we?
We went to the cinemas together. You and Kim went one place, and Monique and I went in another place.
The only place that we didn't see
saw it
this
at Crowfoot.
together. Was that Novocaine at Crowfoot?
Yes.
Okay, then I did not see it in AVX. I saw so many movies. Give me a break. What the hell did I see in AVX?
I don't know. Well, maybe something's coming. But the funny thing about it is my wife actually, she really liked this movie.
We didn't see Novocaine together. Oh, yeah,
yes,
we did.
We did. My wife says she really liked this movie. She just had to close her eyes so much because there's so much body horror in this.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and that's actually the thing that Kim said. She's like, "Man, there was a lot of body horror."
And we're like, "Yeah, this."
I was like, "I know." That's why I made it so much better. It was good, and then it was really good.
Yeah, I would say this would be high, man.
But yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was fun.
Go see it.
Yep, go see this. All right, Black Bag, and that is a spy thing, not
This isn't one. Actually,
thing.
I got some stuff to prepare.
You actually prepared stuff.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I jotted some stuff down.
Well, then just make sure you can read. I'm
gonna go first.
Okay.
Sure.
You know what? We're just thankful he's ready for something.
Yeah.
Well, kind of
Usually
half
he's not ready at all.
It's a rare treat.
As I say, I don't know if I could actually. This is just a lot of incoherent thoughts that I've jotted down, but I'm sure they'll make sense when I start talking, right?
Normally you.
Sure.
So, sure.
So I've got down here that Black Bag is a spy film for adults.
Yes.
Characters drive the film. George has to look into a security breach that may involve his wife. an equally intelligent spy, his co-worker Freddy, who George failed to promote because of his character, is another suspect in this. We've got a young co-worker, Clarissa, who has surpassed Freddy professionally, who's another suspect. James, a top-notch spy who is currently dating our last suspect, the organization's therapist, Dr. Zoe Vaughn. These are the principals, and from there we watch as George plies his craft and weeds out the traitor. Intelligent dialogue, top-notch performances, and a satisfying end. This is a very, very good thriller without becoming dumb like a Mission Impossible film.
Which are never dumb.
Which are always
Never.
completely stupid. And
No.
everybody, all you people that are watching Mission Impossible, what the hell is wrong with you?
Because they're so good.
They're
Soderbergh continues with his inconsistent filmmaking
Yes.
by making an excellent, mature thriller where the action plays out through intelligent dialogue, and then he makes something like whatever that ghost movie was previous to
Presence.
this, Presence. And like, I don't understand. This guy infuriates me because I don't know what I'm getting into every time. I guess it's good because every time I go to see a
Never
Soderbergh
know
movie,
what
Surprise!
it's either going to
get.
be, and there's no in between. It's going to be either the biggest piece of crap that I've ever watched in my life, or it's going to be really, really good, and sometimes Mondo. This one, I thought this was so intelligent. I thought that the dialogue was so good, and Michael Fassbender especially was so good in this role.
That's what I've been
Blanchett
saying.
is always good. Everybody, this is maybe one of the best cast movies too, because
Yeah.
everybody fit their role perfectly. They delivered it perfectly. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I'm actually going to give this Mondo. I really, really enjoyed this.
That's a shock.
This is the best spy thriller I've seen since maybe the Bridge of...
Tinker Tailor Soldier.
Tailor
Spy.
That was
Soldier.
pretty good, actually. But no, the one with...
Bridge to Nowhere.
No. Is it Bridge of Spies?
Yes.
Bridge of, yeah.
It's got the word spies in it.
Yes.
That one.
That one with one of my favorite actor.
Yeah.
His name eludes me.
One of the guys on
That
our
guy.
list.
Yeah, the Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Why is it gone?
Don't look at me. You got a computer.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
it's
Murray,
slow.
do you want me to go first or you want to go next?
I don't know. Mine's shorter, probably.
Mine's pretty short, but go ahead.
You know what? I like this movie. I wrote this when I thought you guys were both going to hate it. Next to a good old-fashioned action comedy, spy thrillers are actually one of my favorites.
Not me.
All the intrigue, the deception, not knowing who to trust. Ever since I saw a certain Roger Moore as 007 when I was a
Yes.
kid, I've loved spy movies. Then you have Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender, who, despite their recent bad choices in film roles, are usually pretty good. Add in Remington Steele. Look it up, Bryce. There was even Moneypenny from those Bond films I don't like.
Yep.
So
The one
all
with
the
the best Bond.
right ingredients for a juicy drama. This wasn't really that kind of film, however, as Bryce pointed out. There were no action scenes, no gunfights, no Mission Impossible death-defying stunts. There were a couple of saucy dinner parties, though.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't drug their dinner guests with truth serum before playing a party game? There was a lot of double crossing and secrets and stuff.
Spy stuff.
Yeah, I thought it would be kind of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of a thing, because I thought they were going to go against each other. But in the end, it was kind of more like the end of Clue. You got
Which ending of Clue?
Well, any of them, but 6 people all suspected of treason in one room. A lot of accusations. There was a gun, and finally unmasking the traitor. Yeah, it wasn't that exciting, and I may have nodded off in the middle at some point, even though it was 2 p.m. But I still enjoyed it. Was it a Mondo? Definitely not. But it was good enough to be a meh, and I'm glad I saw it.
Nice. Yeah, if you're going to choose one
And
film
I
this
thought
week.
I was going to have to defend it to you guys.
All right. Well, you still don't know that. I haven't said anything.
That's true.
So, this is what I would call Mr. and Mrs. Smith British style.
Yes.
Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender are a married couple.
Well, technically she's Australian, but yeah.
Same difference. Who are a married couple who are part of, I'm guessing, MI6. And every time there's something they are not allowed to share between colleagues, they say black bag.
Yes.
And because it's contained inside a black bag. This is a mystery intrigue rom-com. So again, we have this new trend in rom-coms. It's totally a rom-com.
Just because they're sleeping with each other
it
doesn't
was
mean it's
funny,
a rom-com.
and there was romance. So it's a rom-com.
There was Bridge of Spies. Mark Rylance is.
That's the one.
I can't remember his name for some reason. And the outfit, I'm calling it he was a cutter in it. He wasn't.
The outfit, he was a tailor.
Oh, you're talking about in the outfit?
He wasn't a tailor though. He was a cutter. He made it he made that very clear
whatever.
that he's not a tailor.
It was a
he's
tailor
a cutter.
It was a tailor shop.
Yes.
At any rate, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Thank God we figured that out.
I know, right?
Sleep better now.
I'm just so old now. It's depressing the hell out of me that I can't think of probably my top maybe 3 maybe 5 for sure, but maybe in the top 3 actors like this guy. I just look forward to see him like nobody else.
Yeah, but that's just it. Mark Rylance is amazing in everything, so it's tough to remember everything that he's amazing in. You can't.
No, but I couldn't remember his name. I knew who he was.
Oh.
I just couldn't remember his name because I'm old and dumb.
I can't remember the movie Bridge of Spies, so I know I see
Really?
it.
Is that Tom Hanks?
It is Tom Hanks.
There you go. I remember that about it.
But yeah, and Mark Rylance is just so good in it. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Whatever, you know what? That's why it's going to be tough to take Mark Rylance off the mesmerizing list
Still
for
can't
sure.
find a match for him, but
Well, he still keeps making movies, so
yeah, but not against anybody else in this list.
well, you never know. You never know. There's some British actors on our list. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, rom-com. In this case, the rom-com is paired up with a spy film. Maybe I don't hate rom-coms anymore. I think that's what this moral of this story is.
That's this week's lesson.
Well, you know, here's the thing. You kind of made the point earlier, is if it's the format that is a rom-com, which is stupid idiot, and it doesn't have if it's male or female, falls in love with a douchebag asshole or bitch, and then shit goes, they fall in love, they have sex, then something wrong happens, and then there's Three's Company plot that's thrown in, and at the end they make up at the end and they run to the airport or something
That's a
stupid.
rom-com, all right.
That is the exact model of every rom-com that's ever been made.
And they're all terrible except for the Adam Sandler ones.
No, those are also terrible. Anything with Adam Sandler that
50 First Dates was terrible?
it was okay.
No. Wedding Singer was terrible?
Wasn't he in half of those with Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, maybe that's the key. You got to be in with Drew Barrymore,
Yeah.
Drew
Drew
Barrymore
Barrymore,
and Adam Sandler in a rom-com.
How
That's
is she not
watchable.
on a repulsive list already?
She's not
adorable.
repulsive.
She's adorable.
She's kind of repulsive
in some
recently, but
times.
not. Yeah, she's
Not
fine.
always. She was great in what's that movie with the
Yeah.
fingering alien?
Yeah, fingering
The one
the alien.
E.T.
Yeah, she was
When
great.
she was like 8?
Yeah, she was.
Or
so
she was
so
fingering
can't-
the alien.
So she peaked and she was 8. That was
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
She was adorable when she was
pretty-
setting all them fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But then she grew up and did Charlie's Angels
Yeah, well, you know.
Crispin
and a
Glover's
bunch
in
of
that,
Adam
so-
Sandler
Hey,
movies.
yeah, I know. Well, those are awesome. I love
Yeah.
those.
Okay, so where were we again? Oh, yeah. So the writing in this was quick-witted, smart, and full of spy stuff, which was fun to track and interesting to be a part of. Fassbender in this was, and I want to say brilliant, and I mean brilliant in this. And the moral of the story is spelled out at the very end by the words of Kate Blanchett. Don't fuck with my marriage.
That's right.
This was a great, great, great spy film, which I don't say very often because everything made sense. It wasn't happenstance and luck. It wasn't where it's like they spell something out that never appeared in the movie. So they go, this is how we solve the crime. We put something that isn't in a movie, which goes half the time the spy movies are made. They're like, here's a scene we didn't show you, but this is how it was solved. And we're like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Yeah.
that's just, it's
This was
just
such
stupid.
such an intelligent
It was
movie,
so
this
well written.
Yeah.
So well written. It was Mondo. I love this film.
Yeah.
It
There you go.
and
it's curious.
Mm.
by
When
curious?
the trailer for this came out, and you guys saw it.
Oh, well, we were
You
dreading
both
it.
groaned, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna suck.
I went into this thinking I was going to hate it.
Yeah.
Number 1, spy movie. Number 2,
Soderbergh.
Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Number 3, the trailer looked awful. Number 4, I don't have a number 4. The first 3
Number
are
four
good
is
enough.
number 4 is you were not super impressed with Fassbender at the time.
No,
Or
you
Black
keep
Jet, I
on
don't
saying
think.
that. I
You
don't know
do.
what you're basing
Every
this
time
on.
I get a Fassboner,
No,
you're always like,
I've never
he's
poo-pooed
okay.
Fassbender.
You have.
You are high right now.
No, because what was the one he was in the Taika Waititi film?
That was the soccer
Yeah,
one.
he was great in that.
No, he was terrible.
no, he was
in that.
terrible in that.
Yeah, see,
And he
that's the thing. I'm the one with the Fassbender boner.
No.
You're the one that doesn't
It's,
have one.
it's a
it was-
fast
it was-
boner.
it was a bad movie, and
Okay,
I
but
like-
I'm the
I
one
like
with the
him.
fast boner then.
And let's not forget.
Because I thought that was good too. And why? Because Fassbender was hilarious in it.
No, he
And let's
wasn't.
not
The man
forget-
can do no wrong. I don't
Except
know
that
why.
movie.
I don't know why you're saying that I'm poo-pooing the guy when I never have
You
in my
have
life.
poo-pooed.
He was
Oh,
also in
you
like
are-
3 Alien movies too.
You are.
as
Yeah.
the android.
Yeah, he was
person.
good.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah,
But the movie
what's the-
sucked.
Prometheus, was
Prometheus was
excellent.
awesome.
Whatever.
Oh,
Anyway.
All right, well, that's enough black bagging.
Yeah,
We've got enough
let's-
Fassboner.
Let's bag it.
All right, let's talk about Opus. Opus. All right, and not from Bloom County. This is a different kind of opus.
yes.
So, is it a cult or a new way at leadership and seeing the world? We have been led by the strongest and then supposedly the smartest, both from the right and left brain. But what if we were level, and I put this in quote, and led by the most creative people in the world? This is the story of Alfred Moretti, who was the most famous musician and known to be the most gifted to ever have lived and perform. Played by John Malkovich. Hasn't released an album in 27 years, so he invites a handful of press.
It's based on a
From-
true story.
No, because no one.
Pure fiction, my
Pure
friend.
fiction. Yeah. He invites a handful of press from the music world, which includes influencers, print publishers, TV hosts, and writers. This is for the release of his new album at his compound over the weekend. Every time he makes a grand appearance for the evening, he tells a joke. The first one is a Chuck Norris joke. Oh, no, sorry, it's not a Chuck Norris joke. You thought it was going to be a Chuck Norris joke, but it was actually a Muhammad Ali joke.
It was so funny.
This sets a false tone to what this film is going to be. The story to this point is funny and wacky and strange, and you get the feeling that something is not all that right in the state of Denmark with the event that these media folk are all invited to. There's comedy and a lot of it, but you soon start seeing the typical, I want to call this Wicker Man plot, come about. You have a cult. You don't understand why or what. All you know is that our one lead, played by Ao Edebiri, I think is probably my best guess at how I pronounce her name.
Yeah, Io Edebiri. I'm not sure.
Ao Edebiri?
She's great in everything.
Yeah.
She's in that one TV show I watch.
Yeah, that one.
The bear.
Yeah.
Oh, you
About the
watched that
chef.
video?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's played by her and is going to be an important part of this story, either as the final girl or as the sacrifice akin to Midsommar. Everything in this fits inside this tight Wicker Man plot style right up until the very end. The difference in this one, though, is that the twist, although not fully a surprise, is very well written, as is this whole film. Yes, I could complain about some of the stupidity things that Ao goes through, aka Ariel is her name, as she's doing her sleuthing and also attempts to add escapes. But it's a well-produced suspense cult film where Ao and Malkovich are both amazing in these roles. And I mean amazing in these roles. I really enjoyed the whole tale. I really, 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 really liked it. I didn't love it. It was meh. It was very high meh for me. Didn't get quite to a mondo. I got a few unpackings to do, but Bryce, what do you got?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little bit of a different film. It's kind of intelligent on the surface, and then when you start thinking about some of the stuff, then it becomes kind of dumb. You don't want to think too much when you're watching it. Some stuff is in it just for shock, like there's just like the beanbag chair scene.
Yeah,
that is just it. Like, there's no way that anybody would ever do that. It makes no sense. It was
at that point in the movie, it's just where it's placed in the movie.
Yeah,
they hadn't built anything to that.
No, and that's the whole thing. Like, it just makes absolutely no. So there's a lot of flow, and then all of a sudden an abrupt like, huh?
Yeah,
and then some more flow, and then some huh? Yeah. And then just some concentrated action, and then some dead space, and then it is funny throughout.
Yeah,
the horror stuff is very good. It actually, it's all of it's entertaining. It's just not super cohesive, this entire movie, where it's very uneven. Having said that, 2 lead performances that you mentioned, they are outstanding.
Yeah, Malkovich is
just on that alone, and it was just nice to see Malkovich get a role he could absolutely sink his teeth into and just go all balls to the wall Malkovich on it.
Yep.
Very, very good. Very, very entertaining. There's just some inconsistencies and some weird stuff that they chose to do purely just for shock that I didn't think even fit. And it was like, and that's what bothered me. At the end of the day, though, and I didn't really dig the kind of prologue where the way it kind of ends didn't sit terrific with me. Yet, I really did enjoy it. Yeah. Like, I can't sit here and say that I didn't enjoy it. But if you're going to sit there, you could sit there and pick this thing apart. I know if I sat there and I was really thinking about certain things, I could pick this thing apart. I don't want to. Yep. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was quite enjoyable. From beginning to end, even with its unevenness, there was no point I was bored.
Yep.
This was very enjoyable. It's a high math for me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So the things I had listed for my unpacking was definitely, I think we were both on the same page with the pacing and this.
Yeah, it was weird.
The pacing is really weird. Yeah. And that kind of throws you off. And, sometimes that works in films if they do it right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes in this case, I don't think it fit.
Yeah.
The concierges in this were just so good. So everybody that goes to the cult house, compound, whatever you want to call it, they're all giving these get their own private concierge, Murray, and they literally follow them everywhere.
When she starts jogging,
when she's gonna go do her morning jog. Yeah, it's just so funny because she starts to do her jog.
And there are so many laugh out loud moments in this movie. It's just
and a lot of it comes from her concierge.
Yeah.
Well, and Malkovich, just how he's doing.
Malkovich. As I say that,
or the bread scene, like the very first thing the thing they're gonna eat. So they sit down to eat their first meal, and they get like all these extravagant things. And the very first thing that they hand out is a giant loaf of bread, like a sourdough bread, and passes it, and they take a huge bite of it, and it's like one of those.
Pass it to the next person. They got to take the same piece of bread. They got to take a huge bite out of it.
And it gets down to Ao, she's at the end of it, and then there's like drool and snot and everything on it.
And she knows she has to take a bite
because she's the last one. There's just scenes like that.
And that's the whole thing. When you look back on this, I look at it with such fondness because I remember this scene and that scene and this scene and that scene, and they were all so entertaining.
Yeah.
But when then you put the whole thing together and watch it as a whole thing, it's like, yeah, but
it's
just not.
The pacing is off, and then the other thing I was going to unpack is the oyster scene. So the oyster scene is just so good.
Yeah.
Like
there's
if you haven't
so
seen
much
this,
good in this.
I think people will enjoy it. There is some wackadoo in it, and the body horror in this is pretty good too. Like
I
love that they're not. Like when you see an adult horror movie, and I don't even know if this was rated more than PG-13 or 14A or whatever they call it, but it's an adult horror movie. It's an adult, but you know the difference because when you see it, the body horror is there.
Well, yeah, and this wasn't it. Like this is pretty high concept to be gearing it towards teens, which is what most of the horror movies are doing these days.
Yeah.
This isn't going to land with teens. They knew when they were making it wasn't going to land with teens. So yeah, it's definitely made for its audience, which is me.
Yeah, and well, not quite us, because otherwise we would.
Well, yeah,
somebody who doesn't have a problem with pacing and as critical as you and I.
There you go.
All right, so looks like we're kind of batting.
What are we agreeing for the most part? I haven't been paying attention.
Okay, let's just recap. We both agreed. We both agreed at Novocaine.
Yeah, we went. Yeah.
Yeah, we both agreed at Black Bag, except for Murray.
And we agreed on Opus.
Group is on Opus. Okay, so this is one I think we're not going to agree on. Ooh. And it's The Day the Earth Blew Up, or a Looney Tunes movie. So,
all right.
Porky Pig and Daffy Duck are roommates who live with a farmer. Or maybe it was their dad. I know they called him Farmer
Jim.
They called her Farmer Jim.
I like Farmer Jim.
Who doesn't?
Farmer Jim's great.
I have no clue what he was to them. And a meteor,
the guy they lived with.
Just a farmer that they got his house.
Yep.
That's okay. It's a cartoon. And a meteor blows their roof off, and they have 10 days to get the roof repaired or lose their home. Yes, that's right. It's a cartoon, so don't expect any of this to make sense.
Don't matter.
Now,
take away their home if they don't have a roof on.
That's right. Yes. Yep. Porky falls for a dame named Petunia, who we all know.
Petunia Pig. Yeah.
Who gets them a job in the gum factory. At the same time, the green goo producing meteor that destroyed their roof starts possessing people and wants to take over the world.
Yes!
And that's right, chewing gum. Again, cartoon plot. Don't expect much. But then again, what would I expect from a hero who's a pig and his best friend is a duck?
Yes.
This has all the wackiness.
No bugs?
No bugs.
No bugs.
No bugs?
It's just
no
Porky.
bugs. And you've got a movie about like space invaders and whatnot. You got no Marvin the Martian. I mean, what are they thinking?
Well, I know.
No Tasmanian devil?
No
Yosemite
just
Sam?
Porky,
Daffy, and Petunia.
That's it.
That's disappointing.
You owe me a Coke. Okay, where was I? This has all the wackiness that you may remember of Looney Tunes, as you might have remembered as a kid, except this does have a little more adult sexualized humor in it.
It does.
Which I was completely fine with. And was heavily, and I want to say heavily influenced from cartoons like Animaniacs, or even Ren and Stimpy. Seeing Daffy and Porky work together and being buddy roommates was cute, and always with Looney Tunes, it's fun and silly and wacky. And I mean, who doesn't love Porky and Daffy? It's a foregone conclusion. But the movie, I'm not so sure needed to be a movie. I actually just feel Looney Tunes should be shorts, like they were in the olden days. Also, there was almost too complex of a plot for a cartoon. It was way too long. By the time it got to the end, I was like, thank God this is over. It was fun. I really did like seeing Porky and Daffy together. I did not love this movie. It was it was too long, and Looney Tunes needs to be in and out in 7 to 11 minutes.
They need more characters,
no, they don't need any more characters.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. This wasn't an all-star jamboree. We just needed...
It should have been.
No, because then you get Space Jam. Yeah. We don't need Space Jam.
We don't need another Space Jam.
Good God.
What's wrong with Space Jam?
Or a Space Jam 2.
You know what we needed, which we didn't get in any of the cartoons ever? We needed some character development.
Yeah.
And you know what? We got a butt ton of character. I have never known Porky and Daffy
as well as I do now,
because they really did develop the characters.
I didn't need them to be developed.
I didn't either.
That's fair. But I thought that this was very well done. I loved that Porky Pig is kind of the older brother figure, with Daffy as kind of that self-destructive little brother that's always getting into trouble.
Porky's always the responsible one.
I know, but they've never developed the way that they had the whole history with them growing up together and everything. That was so cool, and I don't think that is actually how it was intended at the beginning of when they came up with these characters. Nobody thought that they grew up together, but this was a kind of an homage to what everything was, with bringing new stuff in. Even though these are tried and true characters, they were very true to what they were.
Yep.
But they developed them in a different way, and I really enjoyed the way they did that. And my God, that Petunia pig walking into the diner, that was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that whole scene was fantastic.
It was.
The movie looked good. The animation was top notch.
Yep.
I thought that the energy on the whole was good throughout. Yes, you're taking something that's normally like 7 minutes and you're making it into like
2 hours.
It wasn't 2 hours.
It felt like 2.5 hours.
So there was a little bit of lagging here and there. I'm not
the
gonna
ending
lie.
went on forever.
But you had to appreciate the probing talk. There were lots of funny bits in it.
This was made for adults.
This was absolutely made for. You know what? It was, but there was enough in here that the kids would enjoy it too. But there was a lot of adult humor that would have flown over the radar, as it were, for the kids. It was really enjoyable. I don't know why you think we're disagreeing on it though. It's absolutely meh, but I'm glad I saw it. But yes. It could have been a little shorter.
I thought you were gonna love it.
I enjoyed it a lot, but it's not Mondo. You know what? And what's a problem for it right now is it has a high bar. Animation right now has such a high bar with movies like My Robot. Yeah, My Robot. Is that what it was called? No, the robot, the nature. What the hell is it called? I'm getting so dumb.
Robot.
Wild Robot. That's it. Wild Robot.
Dogman,
like really.
The last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, like the bar has been raised so much, and it doesn't even Spider-Verse. It doesn't come anywhere close to those movies.
Yeah,
but it was still really enjoyable.
Yeah,
so it absolutely can't be Mondo. I enjoyed it a lot. It's worth seeing, especially if you like Porky, you like Daffy. You're gonna find some entertainment in this. Good movie.
Yep.
It's meh.
No bugs. I'm out.
And Porky didn't dress. Oh no, Porky did dress in drag. Or no, not. Was it Porky or Daffy? One of them dressed in drag.
Probably.
Daffy was in drag. Okay, so the only thing I have to really unpack in here is the voices. We're very Mel Blanc.
Well, he died.
Yeah, no, I know, but I didn't like whoever was the voice actor in this. I should have known. They were nailing Mel Blanc. They nailed it. Like the voices were like what we remember as a kid.
Yeah,
it's not like you remember when they would bring out some of the like Winnie the Pooh and things like that after the originals have died, and you're like, oh, this isn't fucking. This
isn't Pooh.
Yeah, well, this really,
or this is Pooh.
Anything from Henson after Jim died.
Yeah,
I mean
Kermit, like the Kermit.
His son tried, but he didn't.
Not the same.
He couldn't quite nail it.
Yeah,
no,
so
the voices are really good in this. Like they sound like Porky and Daffy. It's not. It doesn't sound like So and that's the whole thing about this movie. There's so much nostalgia here, but they've put a spin on it, and sometimes that just absolutely just kills it for people. I don't think it'll kill it for anybody. I think that they really did this well.
Yeah, here's the. Again, I think they could have taken 20 minutes out of this.
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, this I don't think is going to get big at the box office. Like most animated films, it doesn't sell out like dog.
It doesn't, and it also and it doesn't have the big push behind it because Warner Brothers didn't even release it. It was released by whatchamahoo's.
Oh really?
They decided that they just want to stick to their TV stuff, and buddy that made this, don't get me wrong, Warner Brothers still owns the rights and everything.
Well, yeah,
but they didn't distribute
the characters, but they obviously didn't like it enough.
It was distributed by Paintbrush or something weird.
Yeah.
It was some weird company.
Anyway, if you get a chance to check it out, wait till it comes out, and I wouldn't go to the cinema.
Yeah, honestly, if you wait 3 weeks, you probably see it on VOD.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good though.
The Way. My Way.
The Way, My Way, Murray.
It's not The Way, My Way. It's The Way.
Well, you screwed it up enough times last
time. The Way, My Way.
You finally got it right.
The Way, My Way.
Oh, apparently I'm still getting it wrong.
Still
The Way,
getting
My
it.
Way.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me
There's
try. The Way,
My Way.
My Way.
That's right. There's a freaking comma in
I know there's a comma. It's
So
the way,
it's The Way, My Way.
Talk about it already.
All right. So, biopic docudrama of a man who decides to walk 800 kilometers along the Camino
de Santiago.
And the memoir this film is based on. The best rule of marriage is spelt out in this. If you need to get your contents of your backpack down to 10% of your body weight,
Such a good scene.
and everything you need, weighing it, and it has to go into your backpack, the answer that your wife comes up with is just start eating more. I loved her.
She's awesome.
We then get what appears to be one of the most annoying and crotchety old man portraits as ever.
He's so good.
And he bumps into everybody he bumps into. He finds a way to rub them the wrong way, but especially the server
Like
that he
somebody else
first,
I know.
Like I know a few people in here
Oh,
that
like
do
me.
that. Yeah, exactly. All of us at times. Especially the server that he meets at the very beginning of his journey. And then everyone he asks to take a picture of him along the way all have too much headroom.
Yeah,
That's like his favorite expression.
Not too much headroom. He doesn't want too much headroom.
He wants his head at the top of the film. So he has these rules when he's asking someone. It's not like he can't edit the film afterwards by taking out the headroom. No, he makes people try and get that, which becomes a running gag, or his ability to offend people by lecturing them on how heavy their backpacks are,
Yes.
and how they are supposed to walk or do
They
things.
got the wrong shoes. They got the
on.
wrong socks. You need the
Whatever.
merino socks.
Exactly. He's got rules for everything. His own self-description is one word: bullhead. Definitely not a patient man at all. All this is shown to us in funny moments that are not laugh out loud funny, but are slight chuckles that come the first part of the film, and they come galore. Like, there is a lot of chuckling for the first half of this film. The best interactions he has through this is with his wife, though, where she is so cheeky and funny. Along the way, he did seem to meet some very kind and welcoming people that help him along the way and help him to hopefully become a better person. Although in reality, if anyone was annoying and rude as this douchebag, no one would have given him a second look, because he's that annoying.
Yeah, he's old.
People
give you some extra rope when you're old.
Yeah, when you're old, I guess. They were feeling sorry for him. This is a fun little traveler story with some lessons for everyone, especially older, cranky people like maybe all three of us on this podcast. It's one of those ones that you know what you're in for from the beginning to the end, and if you connect with the lead and the peripheral cast, then you will probably enjoy it. I liked it. It was meh. But the second half of the film is not like the first. They're two completely different films. Chris Haywood as Bill Bennett was outstanding in this. Some of the other actors, not so much. Plus, also, it did go a bit long for a biopic. If docs should be 77 minutes, biopics should probably be no more than 72. So I like this film. It was I think you'd like this one, Murray, because I think
looked funny.
Yeah, there's some funny bits. You would have related to the characters for sure. I think anybody over I'm just gonna say anybody over the age of 40 should see this movie.
I did laugh when she was talking to him the next day, and he asked how she slept, and it's like, oh, there was some snoring going on, and then there was like some farting and stuff, and it's like, yeah, he knew she was talking about him.
Yeah, but he didn't do that stuff.
Oh, I thought he did.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
But he said he didn't.
Oh, he claims he didn't, but yeah, that was pretty funny. But
yes.
Yeah, interesting, but yeah.
So, Jim, of the 20 speaking parts in this movie, how many do you figure were actually professional actors?
1,
3,
2, maybe 2 max.
2 max?
Yeah.
You are incorrect.
What? Only one?
4.
What?
There were 4 professional actors, and the rest were actually people that he actually met during, based on his memoir. They're people that he actually met on this walk.
That's because none of them could act.
They can just be themselves.
So, which, is this a great movie? Absolutely not. Technically, no. The writing, no. There's nothing in this that would say, yes, this is a really, really good movie, except for the feeling you get while you're watching this movie.
Yep.
There's lots of walking, lots of talking. This is one of those movies that has no business being as enjoyable as it was.
Yes.
Like, it really does. Like, in the first couple minutes, I'm like, oh, God, what am I getting into? And I was still already a little amused. But I'm like, this is brutal.
It was all about walking.
But you know what? There was so much walking in it. And, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I love a walking movie probably more than most.
More than anyone that's ever lived. How about that?
And there is a lot of walking. This was just such an enjoyable little romp. There's moments in this that are really quite brilliant, and a lot of stuff that's just not
throwaway.
But it's not throwaway though, because for some reason, at no point was I going, I was just
didn't
going.
roll my eyes, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you might, and you're allowed.
No, I didn't. I said
you didn't.
I didn't roll my eyes.
There you go. And that's the thing. And there's sometimes where when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, I really should have been rolling my eyes, but at no point did I. Very enjoyable movie, very sweet, messages that are very good, life lessons. There was so much in this. And it was too long.
It was too long.
It did
72
need to be
minutes.
so long.
It needed. That's okay. So we all agree docs need to be 77 minutes.
Yes.
We've been told that by Oscar.
Yes.
So the rule is for biopics. It's like putting that dollar bill on the table for tipping. Any biopic that goes over 72 minutes, or at least if it's a biopic that's not necessarily a biopic about their story, but an event that happens as a docudrama or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
72 minutes. They're going to lose $1.
Most of the biopics I've seen recently are all like 2.5, 3 hours.
They're way too long.
Sometimes longer.
But yeah, this does suffer from its length. But at the end of the day, I mean,
But it does have girth.
And it does. I was never bored. I enjoyed it a lot. There were some scenes that were, as I say, were absolutely brilliant. There is a lot of wisdom in this movie. It's an enjoyable watch. It's meh. It is meh. But
this is a miracle. Boy. Do you know that this is a miracle? We have not seen 5 movies ever. And
where
completely agreed with every single one.
I think you guys were on some like happy juice.
And even as I was watching these, I thought you would agree with me on some of them, but I didn't think you'd agree with me on all of them. Like I actually thought you. I'll be honest. I thought that you were gonna Mondo Opus. I thought you were gonna meh Black Bag, which we ended up flip flopping those, and we both saw them the same way. Like we saw everything the same way apparently. Yeah. And if you would have asked me, I would have been wrong on a few of them. I think I would have been right with the other ones. I thought you were gonna meh this just because you can't hate this.
You come
movie.
out of this with
you
joy.
just can't exactly.
Well, especially the wife, like and the thing is, so what's gonna happen. Like, if you see this movie,
she's gonna be there at the end. It's like there's no question.
Well, especially when he can't find her.
Yeah, it's so sappy. It's just ridiculous, and I ate it up.
Yeah, I did.
What's wrong with you two?
I know, Murray.
What the hell happened to your rage?
I'm going to be honest. We should have hated this movie, but you just can't.
I thought you would at least rage about Black Bag. I'm so disappointed.
We mondoed it for crying out loud.
Crying out loud.
Disappointing.
Well, Murray, here's the thing: is when this comes out on VOD. You and I will watch this.
Oh, I'm sure I'll love it. I love that kind of shit.
You will like this movie.
Like Cool Runnings, Eddie the Eagle. I love those kind of movies.
It's nothing like those.
It's nothing like those,
if it's got anything to do with sport and if it's inspirational and funny,
it's inspirational and funny.
I love it. So I knew I would like this.
Yeah,
one,
you're going to like this
I thought
one.
you guys would hate it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
So did I.
so did I.
Well, I knew I wouldn't hate it because I knew there was a lot of walking in it. And I honestly don't know what it is, but when you show a character walking, it's good stuff.
For you.
I don't know.
For you.
I don't know why.
All right. I have a good one for you this week. Some time ago, I had some movie channels before I canceled them. I came across a movie that looked interesting, though I didn't watch it until this week. It's called Handling the Undead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was at Sundance last
Yeah,
year.
it's good.
I saw the description. It was about zombies, and it was from
Kinda.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was all I needed.
It's
Yep.
so good.
It's good.
You guys know I don't like foreign films
Unless it's
or
Norwegian.
subtitles. Norwegian films are the exception. I have yet to watch a Norwegian film that I didn't like. Well, hold on to your hats.
What? No!
This movie was so good.
Story of the film is this. 3 different families have their loved ones show up after they've died.
Yes.
In one case, an old guy digs up his dead grandson and brings him home to his grieving daughter, the mother.
Yes.
There was no eating of brains, no
No.
tearing of flesh,
No.
no running
No.
and screaming.
No.
Because
No
we've seen all that
chopping
before,
off
Murr.
of body-
Why
But
would
it-
we want to see
But
that
it's a
again?
zombie movie.
Is it?
Well, there was none of that until maybe the last 10 minutes.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Then there was some at the end. Eventually, the zombies turned on their human caretakers. Too little, too late. The only violence in this entire film is a zombie mother killing the family's pet bunny in front of them. There wasn't any eating of the dead animals. This was no Dead Snow. Wasn't even Dead Snow 2.
No.
What I should have known, since this was a big-time festival film, is that it was less of a horror film and more of a zombie drama.
A zama.
There's pain and there's grieving and drama.
Yes.
You know what there wasn't a lot of?
What?
Talking. There was so much awkward silence in this film. Just minute after minute, just sitting there, nothing, no music,
good.
no nothing.
I gotta watch it
Just
again.
sitting in a room.
I'm aching to watch it again. Thank you.
The term dead air definitely applies.
Oh man, this is just
This film was
So
so slow.
Yes.
I know.
It was like watching ice melt in Greenland. How this film
that's
got
not
nominated
entertaining.
for so many awards
Because
at
it's
so
awesome?
many festivals, I
it's awesome?
don't know. I read other reviews. There weren't that very many positive ones.
except by me.
Except by you, Brendan. You're the exception.
And me.
So I'm not the only one who didn't like it. Much as it pained me, I have to give a Norwegian film a raid.
What?
It was so boring. I had to stop watching it and take a nap to keep from falling
I love
asleep
that
in the
movie.
middle of it.
I absolutely love that movie.
I'm sure you guys liked it though. Anyway, yeah, I gave it a shot because it's Norwegian. I thought it must be good, but
You know that this is where you see that Murr has grown as a reviewer in these 6 years.
You gave it a chance.
Because
I
you
did
gave
give
it
it a chance.
A, gave it a chance because it's Norwegian, and B, normally if this was Murray 5 years ago, he'd say it's Norwegian, so it's Mondo. So we're glad you're.
And I
coming
stuck
to-
with it. I mean, I could have shut it off
Yeah,
after 10
yeah.
minutes and said, this is crap. I'm not going to
Yep.
even bother. But I sat through the whole thing. I just
Nice.
wasn't enough action. And yeah, it just so much just sitting around. Like they weren't even talking to each other. They just were in the same room together, just sitting there. I'm like, fucking say something. But they didn't.
No.
They just sat there.
Norwegians
Have you ever
are quiet
heard less
folk.
is more?
And there was like no emotion. Like these people have lost their loved ones and there's no crying.
Oh, there was
There's no-
emotion.
There was no shock when
There was
the dead people showed up. and-
Understated emotion.
There was like no emotion. Like there was more emotion from the zombies than there were from the humans.
Ah,
Norwegians are a quiet folk.
We are quiet folk, but yeah, I thought there should have been a bit more.
nah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a hard rage, but yeah, it didn't
It's
really
still ragey.
didn't really enjoy
All
it.
right.
Okay.
So there you go. At least somebody raged this week.
Yeah.
About something.
Yeah.
Temperature rising.
Your turn.
Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
All right, my rage is it's very specific this week. My rage is they're redoing another Final Destination film. That has got to be the worst franchise I've ever seen. After seeing the second one, I'm like, this is the dumbest franchise that has ever been created. The fact that it existed past two,
Wasn't Elijah Wood in the first one?
who cares? You know, the first one was okay. If I had to rate the Final Destination films, the first one was a meh, and then 2 was a
Mondo.
rage,
It was
3 was a
Mondo.
rage,
Mondo.
4 was a rage,
Meh.
5 was a rage.
Meh.
They're all awful, Murray. Like they're
The fact that
just
you watch them all is just sad and depressing
Yeah.
on its own.
What are
Well,
you talking
what's
about?
sad
Final
and depressing-
Destination's awesome,
I
and
was
I am
ta-
so
It is-
looking forward
I
to
stopped
it.
It
after
is-
the first one because
Yeah,
I thought it was
because
stupid.
there's nothing good about them. They're boring. They're unoriginal.
Hey, Murray.
They're stupid.
Death has a plan.
apparently.
Yeah, the death has a plan to
Death,
make me
Death
rage.
has a plan.
To make me rage. Yeah, this is.
I can't wait.
We're in the.
What is it called? It's like Final Destination Bloodlines or something.
You know what they call
Cares.
bloodlines? They call those made-for-TV movies. Whenever a movie is going to be horrible, they put the
Isn't
tagline
Bloodline.
Isn't
bloodlines.
Bloodlines just an excuse to
Hellraiser,
spin off another
Bloodlines.
character from the franchise?
Wasn't Hellraisers or Bloodlines in space?
Also awful.
You should have
with
Final
the title,
Destination Bloodlines.
Any-
The only thing that would make it better if it was in space.
Maybe it will be.
That'd be
It
awesome.
will be.
Yeah, you and your
Big
Final
old car
Destination.
just floating in space.
Yeah, that's awful. It ruined my viewing experience to see
Having to watch
Final
the trailer?
Destination. Yes.
Yeah. Let me guess, you got nothing
No, my rage is
because you're still on the happy pill.
my rage is that Jim's rage is Final Destination. That's ridiculous. How can you not be looking forward to Final Destination?
Read my lips. They are the worst franchise.
They're
next
so
to Saw,
good.
the next to Saw, it is the worst. Sorry, next to Scream and Saw.
I always go into these and I always hope that they're gonna rekindle that early flame because I loved the first one. Like I loved it.
It was me.
It was so Mondo.
No.
As was the second one.
Have you rewatched these lately?
I should because
You should. You know what? You really should.
I should
because
rewatch them.
I rewatched all 5 of them
Yeah.
back. I don't know. It was about a year ago. I
Yeah.
think because you were talking about.
They're
and
so
I'm like,
good.
You know what? I don't even remember them, and there's a reason I don't remember them. I
Come
really want you to
on, the
rewatch
escalator
them.
scene. That was so good.
They're all
That was
terrible.
in 3, I think.
It doesn't matter.
I think
You know
the-
what? After 2.5, I had to take a 2-week break between them. I got through 3 halfway through it, and then I said, I can't take this anymore. It's so
Really?
stupid and boring.
I don't know what
I
you're
really
talking
want you
about.
to go watch them all again.
I think maybe I will. I don't know
I
when I'm
can't
going to
wait to
find the
hear-
time, but
You know what? You got nothing but time. We're only seeing a couple movies this week.
are we?
Yeah.
Seriously, all you got?
That's it.
So disappointing.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm
We
pretty
had-
pretty
there's so
happy
much-
guy.
I think
I mean,
you're so
I could sit there and whine about my job.
I think
and
you're on some new medication. or
whine
something.
about
You're just like you're
whine
way too
about
happy.
traffic. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm upset about. Whine about the fact that I haven't had a good night's sleep since I've had my dog because
There
he
you
wakes
go.
me up like 4 times a night. There's lots of stuff. But as far as movies go right now, I'm actually pretty happy with what's going on.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
March
as far as what-
already.
Just
We're
As far as what's coming out,
wait.
I'm pretty happy about what's
you
coming out.
think so, do you?
I do.
Bryce has not experienced Screen X.
I'm looking forward to
It's
Screen
gonna
X.
be stupendous.
Well,
It's gonna be stupendalicious.
Whatever happens, if he's going to see it with Kim, he's gonna have to see it in Screen X. She's gonna have to suck it
No,
up.
no,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Anyways, we'll see. We'll see.
That's
we'll
the
see.
rule.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's
There's
the
no.
rule.
I have to sit for that.
You don't make
So does he.
rules for
we
me.
made the rule.
We
Don't
made
get
the
me wrong.
rule.
I want to see something in Screen X as soon as
Well,
possible.
this is
Snow
coming out,
White-
so there
Snow
you
White
go.
seems
Is
like
the
a
one.
Snow White seems like a bad introduction to
No.
Screen
It's
X.
a very bad one, so it'll be
It's
awesome.
a bad introduction.
That's why
to
you
we'll
wanna
Screen
just
X.
see
we'll
it.
just listen
No,
to
I
your
want to
rage
see like
next
an
week.
action movie in Screen X.
That's what Snow White is.
Because you love your action movies. How about Mission
No.
Impossible?
Yeah, okay. It'll add something.
Rage
Maybe.
subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
All right. Well, my list is getting really short. Because everybody on here, I can't match up with anybody. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
Gotta have something.
I do have something. I'm going way, way back for this. I've had
Yes,
this for
thank
a
you.
while. Because I didn't want to see either one of these
All right.
knocked off.
All right,
but
all right.
I actually saw this back over the holidays when I did have movie channels. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched enough of it to know that the two of these people are in it at least more than 5 minutes.
All right.
We've got Gregory Peck
Yes.
and Jimmy Stewart.
What?
Nice.
How the West Was Won.
All right.
And they are both in it, I frickin' guarantee you, more than 5 minutes.
Oh, those two are absolutely.
And they were both at the top of their game, so we'll just see.
This is awesome.
But yeah, I got nothing. You got to start throwing more names at me to match up, because these guys are not making any matches.
Okay, well, hopefully we can come up with some.
Otherwise, we're going to have about 30 names on here forever, because...
They're not stopping it. Well, you know what? What's his face is
I haven't seen
Daniel
this movie.
Day-Lewis is coming out of retirement.
I haven't seen this movie in like 35 years.
Yeah,
I'm really.
from the 40s.
Yeah.
It's really old.
I understand that, but I watched it probably twice before I was like 18.
Yep.
So
Anyway.
I'm looking forward to it.
How the West was.
I'm not
won.
usually a
Yeah.
big big
And
fan
I
of
guess
it.
I missed Jim's spiel about
of
what,
the genre,
what
but-
the lists are, so why don't you go through it?
That's okay.
It's all right.
Okay, people
Go,
know
go
by
to our
now.
website,
Find out.
filmrageyyc.com.
There's
Look
lists.
at the list.
This is the Mesmerized.
Yes.
Yep. We're getting Gregory
Trying to get
Peck
rid of
versus
people, but
Jimmy
it's really
Stewart.
hard.
Peck
because-
versus Stewart. This is I'm genuinely
of the
excited.
Titans.
Yeah, that's why I've
I
been
am
saving
genuinely
it.
excited.
So I've been saving it.
All right.
Because I didn't think anyone could take out Jimmy Stewart. But perhaps if someone can, it's
If someone
Greg.
can- exactly.
It's Katherine Hepburn.
I got that
Actually,
one
what?
too.
Oh.
I got that one too.
All
If he
right.
survives this one.
Oh,
Nice.
Last week on Rage or Dare, Jim iced fish his wish from the merman's ice creamy hard ice cream bucket of rage when he pulled the 2006 film Lucky Number Slevin. This week, the boys will be dared to watch a film from our listeners. I wonder what that will be. Stay tuned, Ragers. You'll know when I know. All right. Let's find out if Jim's memory of his fondness for Josh Hartnett's early career stands up to his current day feelings. Or maybe the merman and wherever he heard this was a rage were right, and instead of fishing his wish, Jim hooked a 20-year-old stinker. My personal thoughts on the matter? That's for me to know and you to find out. Right now, when I tell you I think Jim will be pleasantly surprised. But that's just me, folks.
I love that man. He's the best. All right. Lucky Number Slevin. This film has a weird feel to it because it is cleverly written and all kinds of quick humor and double entendres, all done with a tongue-in-cheek delivery at times where everybody talks quickly except when they want to get all dramatic. And for the most part, we get Josh Hartnett walking around with only a towel for most of the film. Who doesn't want to see
That's why
that?
you like it.
There is a ton of, I want to say, A and B list actors in this, all who seem to be having fun delivering these lines. We get top of his game Bruce Willis in his best stoic seriousness, Lucy Liu in her smart ass smartness and cuteness era. Morgan Freeman as a bad guy. What? And we get Ben Kingsley in another film where he plays another culture to add to his, I think, 27 ethnicities that he's played over his career, maybe. We get misdirection, mixed identities, people trying to kill each other. There's lots going on in this, but all in all, it's fun watching. Josh Hartnett gets punched in the face or in the stomach or again in the face or again in the stomach by literally everybody in this movie. Basically, it's because he is named Slevin, and he's actually not that lucky for most of the film. This is a well-written and interesting film with some flaws, but ultimately it was fun to watch. I'm sorry, Murray, it was a meh. Have you seen this one?
No.
Ah,
It just looked bad when I saw the trailer.
yeah. It's
okay.
yeah, it's good. It's meh.
It is okie dokie.
We lost Bryce. He's playing with his dog.
Well, his dog's trying to eat
dog
plastic.
grabbed the tray. Someone put their tray down where the dog could get it.
Because the dog wasn't here 20 minutes ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, you knew he was coming at some point.
Do we?
Comes like a missile.
Comes like a missile, is right. All right, so for next week, we were dared from Cinebijou, and they're at
Isn't that-
the Cinebijou on Instagram
Alrighty.
to see the movie called Black Bird from 2018, which is a dance movie.
Sweet.
Black Bird from 2018.
Yes.
Doesn't Bijou mean cinema? So it's like
Possibly.
cinema?
It stars
I thought Bijou was like
the Lord of
Jewel.
Dance himself, Michael Flattery,
Flatley, isn't it?
Flatley.
Isn't Bijou Jewel?
I thought it was cinema.
Who directed it,
Mm.
wrote it, and is in it.
I'm sorry, Michael Flatley wrote, directed, and is in it.
Yes.
Sweet.
And this
And
this
it-
was a movie that played in theaters.
Yes.
And it
in
doesn't have the-
2018.
It doesn't have the word
Yes.
dance in it?
I don't know, Jim.
Yes, it did. And it still continues to play. It actually plays at a festival every year. That's one of the worst movies that's ever been made. So I am super excited about this. I could not be more excited.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about this one, but I guess I'm watching it.
Yep. And I even sent you a link to watch it for free on YouTube.
It's on
Alright.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds
So the Mer might
terrible.
even watch it to
I
see
don't know about that.
the Lord of Dance
it's
himself.
got dance in it.
Yeah, well, it's got Michael Flatley in
Blackbird
it, so
starring Michael Flatley.
there you go.
All right,
Right then.
Doesn't get any better than that.
I guess.
Like for our listeners, maybe. All right. Well, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rage or Dare and our God of Rage. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic, where I always want to make this a raging blast for our listeners. So please comment, like, and subscribe, or send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 and make us a rage. That's it for this week. Rage on. Ah!
Rage on.